welcome back to Empyrion Galactic Survival. Alright, well, the first thing I have to say is that this video should have been up on YouTube 2 days ago. But between real life issues and other delays and whatnot, I have not managed it. But I have managed to get some progress done. I don't know if you recognize this place, but this is the abandoned mine. And I have taken all the above ground stuff and everything below ground for, what is it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blocks down below the surface. And there is still a lot more to go, because this thing goes down another 3 or 4 levels. So yeah, it's getting there, but it's a slow go. I have already extracted probably 3,000 or 4,000 hardened steel plates and 5,000 or 6,000 steel plates out of here, along with the stuff and whatnot that made up all the deco and the cargo boxes on top and whatnot. But there is still probably at least as much more to go, and that's going to take a while to get done. But I don't have to do it all in one shot. And now back to the base. Alright, so here we are up on top of this giant concrete hangar that turned out to be, in a lot of ways, a colossal waste of time, because it's got that major chunk of the mountain inside, and I'm never going to get that dug out. I've completely lost interest in trying to do that. However, I have spent a lot of time working on the ship, and that's why I put the elevator in here, because up here was a good place to AFK, sort of AFK, a good place to be whilst I looked at it during construction, thinking up what I wanted it to be. And there we are. There it is. Prometheus. It is still very squarey and boxish, I realize. The angles help in some places, not so much in others. And the engine nacelles, well, they're not up to Federation standard, that's for certain. But they work. That's the important part. I remember when I was working on the first version of this, and I was so incredibly disgusted by how it couldn't move and whatnot. That one weighed in at 10.2 kilotons. This one weighs in at nearly 20 kilotons. And while I haven't flown it any more than to make sure it could lift off the pad and move it back and forth a few times, a little bit here and there, I do know that it's got more than enough thrust to jump off the pad and fly to orbit, or into the 0G range. Empyrion doesn't do orbit. But for all intents and purposes, functionally at least, it is pretty much finished. There's more I want to do to it. It needs a paint job, something awful. And these drive nacelles really need a lot of work. Those are thruster normals on the front, top and bottom, and sides. These are minigun turrets throughout the thing, except for the one turret top center in the front, which is a plasma turret. I couldn't make any more because I don't have enough power coils. I can't make power coils at the moment. So those in the back are thruster large. I have 2 hangar doors back here, and this thing could actually probably accommodate, well, depending on size, probably 3 to 5 or even 6 or 7 SVs and so on. I really want to come up with a way to make these look better, but I'll get there eventually. Okay, Now, let's go aboard for a tour. I got the original elevator here, which I moved over one block to put it to center. And then there's another elevator there that goes up into what basically amounts to the armory, warp drive, and garden. But up here, we have the original flight deck. It's kind of bare because I haven't gone anywhere in terms of deco consoles or anything like that. I probably should, but I'll get there. And of course, I need to do something here to make this look a little bit better, even if all I do is just fill it in and so on. But here we have it. Oxygen, medical. I have 5 of these large T2 generators on board, a total of 2,500 megawatts of power available. There are 5 of the T2 RCS units. There is currently only one large constructor on board. I don't believe there is an advanced constructor on board. That pesky power coil thing. We have a total of 22 oxygen tanks. We have gravity generator, so there won't be any need to mess around with weightlessness in space. And for some reason, Empyrion insists on only having 1 warp drive tank per vessel. I don't understand the reason for that. If you want to limit the warp drive's capability, then do it with the warp drive. You know, limit to so many AU per jump or something like that, and allow multiple tanks, because that only makes sense. And so, instead, I'm keeping my fuel material, the pentaxid, which is made from the blue crystals, in these tanks, these cargo boxes here. And of course, there's the other 3 power generators surrounding the warp drive, because I thought that was kind of appropriate. Fuel storage. There are 20 of these T3 fuel tanks with 54 large Prometheus packs each when full. As a matter of fact, I need to check on that. I'm sure that the one down at the end is getting a little bit empty-ish. Yeah. The ship does use some power because I don't turn it off when it's not in use, when it's not flying. The most I'll do is disable the thrusters. Now up here we have the garden, the ingredients for canned goods. We have aloe, we have coffee, and more tomato for having extra tomatoes for when I have meat and make canned meat. I've been doing a fair amount of farming, both in the base and in here as soon as the garden got online. About 143 canned foods so far. There are 10 of these large ammo boxes aboard. Most of them, well, these 2, yeah, these 2, they contain ammo for the 15mm bullets for the miniguns. This one contains plasma charges for the plasma gun. And the rest of these cargo boxes are empty right now, but I figure a ship like this needs to have 30 or 40 or 50 cargo boxes. Down here, hangar bay, we have the broken tooth docked, and I want to do some work on this thing. Let's see, first of all off, I need to get rid of that. Secondly, I'm thinking I'm going to get rid of 2 of these Gatling guns. There. And I'm going to put some rocket launchers in. We'll pop one in here and one there. So now there's a total of 4. And I'm going to break these blocks out. Okay, maybe I should take that back too. Hello, get out of my face. 1 and 2 and 3. Alright, now I've got room for 2 more, or 2 more to place, and I'm just going to put those here and there. Alright, now it's time to open this up. Alright, and I've got some small ammo boxes to increase the storage capacity of ammunition. Oh, you. Oh. Alright. I'll need to make another one real quick. That won't be a problem. Okay. Actually, that needs to go back in the tank storage. Okay. Small vessel. Another ammo box. And if I can find a place for it, another O2 tank. Alright. And let's get the combat steel out. Get this stuff installed. Alright. Let's see, is there room behind this or under it? That's an RCS. Alright, right there. If I can manage to not bounce all over the place. Another O2 tank. Okay, now oh, what are you talking about? Oh. Okay, yeah, I forgot. Combat steel is not for the SV. It's only for alright. Let's get some hardened steel. That'll be quick. Alright. Go ahead and get this put together. And I'll be back. Alright. Well, the Broken Tooth is all squared away with its new armament and ammo boxes, and they're all filled up and ready to go, and so on. And I was just over here mostly going through this place to see about anything I wanted to take with me that isn't already over there. And I'm thinking I've got everything I'm going to take. I'm going to leave the gardens all planted and growing with actually ready to harvest food. Should I ever come back and there is a need, it's there ready for me. And what's in the fridge here, I'm going to leave that. And that stuff can stay there. Let's see. That can stay. And in the constructor here, I'm leaving 200 fuel packs and taking with me a little over 1,500 large fuel packs and 538 regular fuel packs. And the rest of the proceeds of my recent mining operation is already aboard here. Okay. Let's go ahead and I'm going to dump all of this in here. There's 300 fuel packs there, so pop that. So there's 844 regular fuel packs. And yeah, okay, the rest of this, stop over here and top off the first tank in the chain. So all fuel tanks are full. And I've got 2.2, like 2,200 more fuel packs, so we're good there. And I won't be using the warp drive on this trip, so I'm going to leave the blue crystal stuff, whatever it is, where it is. But for right now, it's time to launch. Alright. Okay. Ship statistics. 19.2 kilotons. 315 devices. 4,608 blocks. It measures 86 by 106 by 24. Size class 3, whatever that means. That's a reasonably new addition. 5 generators, yada yada. It's burning 1.59 megawatts right now, just sitting there. 105 hours of power. Yeah, okay. External view, because I want to catch the launch. Alright, Alt to unbind the look. Alright. And 76 thrusters. Power on. And let's do this thing. That's pretty cool. Okay, I guess we're in space. Alright, now let's have a look at the map. Oh, this is definitely the one. Alright. Alright. Okay, heading towards the asteroid belt, and what I'm looking for specifically is the space plasma drones that are known to hang out in these parts, because they are also known to drop power coils, and I want to go farming power coils. The only question is, how long is it going to take them to spawn? That's a good question. So, I'm going to be cruising around the asteroid belt, hanging out, looking for these guys to show up. Oh, I just saw one show. It was there for a second. And I'm guessing up in this direction. If I was reading that map at all right. Whoops, unbind. Alright. back to cruising, looking for drones to harvest. Alright, it looks like we have a customer. And he is down relative. Oh, there he is. And the guns are taking him on. And apparently he's dead. Okay. Excellent. Let's just get nice and close. Alright. There's our first one. Whoops. Helmet. Oh. I lost track of which one was the helmet key. Alright. Jetpack is on. Okay. Okay. 4 power coils. Alright. And I forgot a very simple basic thing when getting on a spaceship and getting ready to leave atmosphere. You need to make sure helmet is on. And you know something? For this ship having a gravity generator, it doesn't seem to act like it. Alright, it's on. I may end up needing more. In any event, it's back to the search. Oh, wait a minute. Another red. Oh, wait. That could be the same red marker for the guy that I just blew up. We'll see if it moves. But I don't think it's going to. Alright. Back to the search for more of these buggers. Okay. There's another one on there. And I think I'm getting close to it. Alright. Pardon that sudden mute, or actual sudden pause. Ah, there it is. Oh, good grief. Did that plasma turret take the thing out in one shot? Wow. Yeah, I had a sudden need to pause. Whoops, I just ran into the asteroid. No, not quite. Had a sudden need to pause because somebody came to the door. Not something I'm used to happening. Alright. I'm going to have to look into exactly how much gravity generator I need, because I get the distinct impression that the one is not enough. Okay. Loot. More power coils. Alright, excellent. That's 8 power coils all of a sudden. I'm going to continue surfing around the place to see if I can find some more. And I'm going to be giving serious consideration to adding at least one more gravity generator, because it's obvious the one is not enough. Alright. I am going to continue my rounds. Basically, I'm hanging around the Sathium asteroids, flying from one to the other. There's one right over there, a little over 1 kilometer away, and basically I'm just going from one to the other all the way around. because that seems to be the place where they're most likely to spawn. Alright, and I do believe another one just bit the dust. I barely got turned around towards it, and that plasma turret took that sucker right out. Whoops. Okay. Head out through here. And fall mysteriously when the jetpack happens to be turned off in an area where there's no gravity. Why would one fall? 8 power coils. Oh, right. Okay. Well, I think I know what I'm going to be doing for the next several hours. Flying around the asteroid belt. Or maybe just pick a Sathium asteroid and hang around somewhere close and wait for them to come to me. And if you know anything about gravity generators, do make it clear to me. Give me some kind of a clue here. How much gravity generator is actually needed? It might have something to do with the physical size of the ship. Well, you know, there's a thought. Let's head back to where the gravity generator is. Well, there it is right there. And I'm not feeling a whole lot of gravity here. I just jumped up. All right, turn the jetpack off. Okay, I guess it's working just fine as long as the as long as the jetpack is turned off. Okay, while I'm back here, how am I doing on fuel? Not too bad. Alright, I'm going to pick a spot and hang out and wait for more of these drones to show up and continue farming power coils. So, in the meanwhile, I don't think that's going to be very entertaining because I know it's going to take quite a while. And once I finish up with the power coils and get a few things made, I think it might be time to return to the moon and see about taking care of Ghost Rider defense and all that. Either that, or maybe just head on to Omicron and see what all we can get into there. In the meantime, thanks for watching. Take it easy. I'm out of here.